for the Soul. My name is Nicole. I am your host this afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And today is a very special day to me. I felt inspired to record a video recording for you all in the YouTube world and all my platforms, whichever this may end up. But I wanted to make a special recording today. I always do the videos when I feel inspired. And today is definitely a day of inspiration. It's a beautiful day out today. Today is November 9th, 2020. The time is now a little after going on 3 o'clock. It's 2:45 here in the States, Eastern Standard Time. And I wanted to make a soulful message today. And my message was, or a question that I had for my audience, and I want to also share my experiences. What does it mean to be in the presence of God? Now, don't take this as a Bible thumping video, because it's not. It's actually a video to connect with my audience, such as you all, in terms of the soul aspect. As you know, with Are You Mad? It's the holistic approach on life, which we covered. We discussed the mind, mental health symptoms, the body, physical fitness, sexuality, and the soul, meditation, and so forth. To be on the same page as we embark on this journey through the holistic approach on life, which is the mind, focusing on the mind, focusing on the body, and focusing on the soul. And I had such an inspirational conversation with my younger cousin today, and I wanted to just share with you all because I knew I was going to make a recording today. I knew I felt inspired. Today is my daughter's birthday. She is my only child. This is the day that the Lord felt fit for me to push through another being into this world. There's a lot of mothers out here. We really don't, or I don't really see many conversations held about the spiritual connection between a mother and a child, or even a mother and a daughter. I don't know, but I can only speak on my connection. I can only speak on what it felt like when I experienced childbirth, right? I can only communicate or express to you what it felt like when my mom was leaving this earth. Okay. I can only express to you what it felt like receiving the Holy Spirit for the first time. And I can only express to you what it felt like to really receive and understand the power of the universe. So today is, what does it feel? It feels like to be in the presence of God. Now, I gave those examples because those were my personal experiences in which I felt the presence of God. Very deep. I say this as I take deep breaths because I'm very mindful of my body. I'm very mindful of what I say, and I'm very mindful in how I want to connect with you all. We are all on our own spiritual journeys. We're all trying to make sense of everything, at least if you're awakened. And we are all looking for peace, which is why I always say, protect your peace at all costs. Because in my opinion, your peace is worth more than compromising your actual physical health. Because when your peace is being disturbed, in whatever form or fashion that it may be being disturbed in, it can then internally affect us physiologically. When we don't protect our peace, as I stated to you before, it can affect us physiologically. So going back to what does it mean to be in the presence of God? For me, it almost feels like lying down on the beach on a warm day, on a warm summer day, and feeling a nice soft breeze. Kind of like touching or greasing every part of my body. Okay. As this warm breeze is grazing over my body, I'm completely relaxed. Okay. I am in what some may call, I guess, a state like a zenful state, where you're just at a nice peace within. This is something that I continue to practice in every facet of my life. Whether I be preparing a meal, whether I be helping my daughter with her homework, whether it's me cleaning the house. And honestly, protecting my peace has recently just cost me my job. We'll discuss the job portion later. But should I let it frazzle me? No. Should you let anything disturb your peace? No. It is your lifeline. It is what keeps you at your best. You're not at your best when you are emotionally drained. You're not at your best when you have to lie to yourself and maybe tell yourself you're happy, let's say in a situation when you're probably not really happy. You just don't need to lie to yourself at all. Be honest with yourself. Be mindful of the company you keep. Be mindful of the energy that you bring. When you're speaking your truth, and when you're living in your truth, there is nothing that anyone can do to disturb it. You know why? Because it's the truth. Do you know how you feel when someone is honest with you about something that is probably really hard for them, or maybe hard for anyone to tell? Do you know that sense of relief and respect that you have for a person when they do that? That's their truth. So understand that living in your truth is the biggest gift that you can do for yourself. I mean, yeah, you can lie to everybody else, but can you lie to yourself? And are you okay lying with yourself? Or lying to yourself? So let's bring it back. What does it mean, or what does it feel like to be in the presence of God? And for me, what it feels like is grace. Grace, knowing that I personally have lost, and I'm still grieving, major parental figures in my life. I'm only 37 years old. I don't know about you. I don't know how old you are. You may have been even younger than me, losing all of your parents. You may be older than me and may have lost all of your parents. Or you may not even have lost any parents at all. Maybe just lost really close people to you. But another part of knowing what it feels like to be in the presence of God is to have this, I'm going to quote, peace beyond understanding. I remember someone saying that to me around the time I lost my mom. And I remember now, I was thinking like, who said that to me? And I remember it's my dearest friend. I'm gonna just call her Dr. B for now. And I remember she prayed with me. And she and her mother, I'm getting a little bit of misty-eyed talking about it, because the prayer was, I pray that you have peace beyond understanding. And that is exactly what I have experienced and have encountered, okay, through the loss of my mother. So I come to you today, November 9th. So today is the day that God has appointed me to be a mom. And how beautiful, what a blessing. And I say it's a blessing because 6 years ago, okay, not this day, but maybe let's say 1 month or two after my daughter was born, I had to face the hardest truth that any mother would ever want to face in their life. And that was the truth in knowing. And that was the truth in discovering that who I thought was the love of my life, right? You know, we all have this story. Who I thought was the love of my life, the person who was able to convince me to want to have a child, you know, to want to be married, or to aspire to do, my womanly duties or whatnot, was a liar. And I hate to say it that way, but it's the truth. Like my truth at that time was so shameful to me, so embarrassing for me. And it had also at one point made me look at my child and act. So I now, 6 years later, by God's grace, you all have seen, if you know me personally, my physical transformation, okay? But I need you to understand that it was the backing of my mother, strongest woman that ever lived in my eyes. She looked at me, she saw me at my ultimate, most vulnerable moment, and she told me to my face, You're not the first, and you won't be the last. So, understand that. Of course, my mom was hurt. Her daughter was hurt. Her daughter had experienced a pain that she probably never wanted her daughter to feel. But her words, even though they stung at the time, they resonated such a powerful message for me, and I hope to inspire you. Okay? And that message allowed me to live gracefully in my truth. I didn't do anything. There might have been signs that were visibly available. I didn't take heed, so that's me living in my truth. Does that take away the fact that we created an awesome little person? No. Does it take away the fact that I'm still Nicole? No. So, audience, Mad Hatters, living in your truth is the first step to, for one, healing, drawing closer to God in your lowest and most vulnerable sense, and not trying to lie to yourself and others around you, but being honest with yourself and God. And 3, receiving the grace that He has and that the universe and all those and your spiritual guides and advisors have for you. It is speechless. So, today, what does it feel like to be in the presence of God? Look. Breathing in. Taking deep breaths. Exhaling out any anxiety. Breathe in. Only peace. Exhale any worries. And inhale a sound mind. Exhale. Knowing that you cannot be shaken. Namaste, my listeners. Namaste, my viewers. Namaste, my Mad Hatters. Continue to practice your peace. Continue to protect your peace. Continue to stay in the presence of God. Continue to stay centered. Be well.